Hi, welcome to our team project demonstration of Travvy. Travvy is an all-in-one travel app built to streamline the travel planning process and cut down on the number of applications and sources that are required to plan a trip. My name is Tokita, and I'm one of the back-end engineers for Travvy. And in this video, I'll be joined by my teammates Tran, Marcus Dow, and Rylan Metcalfe. But first, I'd like to give a brief overview of the value that Travvy provides. If you've ever planned a trip for yourself, your family, or your friends, you're probably familiar with the headache that can ensue in trying to piece together all of the top destinations, plan times for various activities, and coordinate everything with your whole travel group. Travvy tries to bring all of this functionality into a single app, but how do we do that? Well, let's say I'm an adventurer who's looking to plan my next place to travel to, and I want inspiration. We can start right on Travvy's built-in social feed to see what catches my eye in the world of content. If a post does catch my eye, I can import the trip itinerary associated with that post, or I can start a custom itinerary from scratch. Our itineraries are at the heart of Travvy, allowing me to fully plan out a trip and invite other people to also view and add to that itinerary. We can play with the timing of activities, add personal activity notes, and even budget for your trip within Travvy. Now, say I've compiled the perfect itinerary and it's time to embark on my journey. Well, Travvy's functionality comes along for the ride too. We provide real-time trip data for all your trip's flights, and for resolving the tedious task of making sure everybody's paid their fair share, we provide a payment tracker tool which calculates how much money each traveler owes. And finally, when all is said and done and I want to share my experience with the world, I can post a video to the social feed with my trip itinerary attached, and I can inspire the next Travvy user for their dream vacation, and the cycle can repeat for them. Now I'll hand it off to front-end engineer Tran to start our tour of the Travvy app itself.
Welcome to Travvy, your all-in-one travel companion. Whether you're planning a weekend getaway or an international adventure, Travvy makes it easier than ever to stay organized and connected. Here's where it all begins, the home screen. This is your hub, giving you quick access to everything you need to manage your trips. Let's start with flights. Adding a flight is simple. Just enter the airline and number, then the date of your flight. You'll instantly see all your flight details, all organized in one place. Next up, itineraries. This is where all your trip activities come together. Whether it's sightseeing, dining, or exploring, you can easily group and organize your activities to keep everything in one place. Plus, with the map view, you can navigate your itinerary directly on a map, making it easy to visualize where you need to go next. Traveling with others, you can easily add users to your trip, invite friends or family to join, share the itinerary, and keep everyone updated in real time. With real-time notifications, everyone in your travel group stays in the loop, making planning effortless. From itineraries to shared experiences, Travvy is designed to simplify your travel planning and help you stay organized every step of the way. Now, I'll pass it over to Marcus. He'll dive into trip finances, social media, and search with AI.
Hi, if you've ever traveled, you know that's hard to keep track of your spending. You're paying for lots of things, and often you have a budget that you want to stay within. What usually ends up happening is maybe one person pays for the hotels, or when you're out eating, one person pays for that meal. Now everyone owes someone some money. It's hard to keep track of all of this for each trip. So now what we've done is for each trip, we've created a finance page. And inside this finance page, we have two tabs. We have a tab for a tracker and a finance. What's the difference? The difference is you can add categories with the category amount, and this will keep track of how much you spend in certain categories, such as maybe entertainment or food for the tracker. Payments are what you owe, or is what is owed to you by others. So you can create a payment. For example, I paid $100 on food for Alice and Alex. Now we have a place where we can keep track of all the spending for a trip. Another feature that we have is social media. The feed acts similar to Instagram Reels or your TikTok feed. You can also like, comment, pause and unpause the videos as well. For example, you want to see a video of Seattle at the Space Needle. What you can do is hit our plan button on the video, and you'll be able to view activities that are linked, see their location, and even add them to your trip. So if you're going to Seattle and you want to add an activity from the video in your feed, this will allow you to do that. Our last feature here is a search button. Let's say that again, that you have something or somewhere you want to visit, and you don't know much about that place. For example, Japan. We can just go to the search page and look it up. The first thing that we'll get is an AI caption that gives you a brief description of Japan. We will also get all the trips associated with the word Japan. And another option that we could get from the search is social media posts associated with the word Japan. Next, I'll pass it over to Rylan for the technical overview of our app.
With a wide range of features from real-time trip collaboration to a full infinity scroll social media page, we needed a robust and scalable solution to handle all these backend requests and services. It all starts with Travvy Tower. Our ASP.NET backend application hosted on Azure Cloud handles all the client requests over our 80 REST API endpoints, as well as through multiple SignalR hubs for real-time updates. Paired with Postgres as our backend database, Tower is able to provide an exceptional experience for Travvy users. For our AI integrations, the external AI service handles requests queued for processing by one of OpenAI's latest large language models. When it comes to our social media pipeline, as users upload their videos to the Travvy platform, Tower validates that the content meets the requirement guidelines and stores data in our locally redundant Azure storage container. In the background, Tower concurrently handles thumbnail generation, indexing a variety of data about the social posts, and generates vector embeddings for our custom built-in recommendation engine. For streaming, Tower chunks videos into segments, allowing the clients to only buffer a limited amount based on the connection bandwidth. As users interact with the posts, such as watching or liking, Travvy learns about what the user might like and serves future content that is likely to interest the user. This happens all in real time as new posts are loaded in the same feed the user is currently in. For search, all major fields are indexed, allowing the user to search for posts, trips, and more. Now let's take a look at the cloud architecture. On Azure Cloud, we have two regions, US North Central 1 and US East. Travvy Tower is hosted on Azure's app service on North Central 1 and can be deployed through either our custom GitLab CI/CD pipeline or the JetBrains Azure deployment system. We use both Azure Blob Storage containers to store videos, photos, and more, as well as Postgres to handle our structured data like users, trips, flights, and fields. And with Tower built to be both vertically and horizontally scalable, a Redis server is used to manage our real-time sessions across instances, allowing them to be sent to the correct user, no matter the instance a user or a group of users are connected to. For development, we built out a secured Linux virtual machine using SSH keys to access internal services securely without exposing them to the public internet. A VNet peering link connects the regions of providing secure traffic between them, as well as the necessary foundation to build out our plan of a multi-region CDN. As for DevOps, we leverage a variety of tools to help make the developer lifecycle easier and more efficient. One such tool is the OpenAPI Swift code generation tools provided by Apple. As the backend team created endpoints, a fully typed client generated from the Tower's OpenAPI spec file provided easy access to backend calls from the Swift front end without a single line of REST API code. Paired with the custom Travvy backend service handling client lifecycle, authentication, and more, all endpoint calls were authenticated with the user's credentials. Similarly, we built out the Travel Real-Time service, which handles the real-time connection lifecycle, allowing any part of the app to subscribe to real-time updates from a variety of services. The Travvy Real-Time service also handles intermittent connection dropouts and reconnection in the case of a network issue. From the first line of code to the final deployment, every part of the system was designed to be fast, secure, and seamless. We didn't just build a backend, we built and engineered a foundation that lets Travvy scale to meet the needs of every traveler, every moment, in real time. Travvy Tower isn't just a backend, it's the engine behind the adventure. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you so much for learning more about Travvy. We hope you've enjoyed seeing what our app can do and a little bit about how it works. We'd like to thank our Capstone professors, particularly Professor David Bean, and our TAs for all their help and guidance in creating Travvy. For everyone else, we hope you've enjoyed our presentation, and for your next trips and adventures, we hope you travel savvy by traveling with Travvy. Thank you.